JP Morgan is wrong about borrowing from your 401k. I wonder why. What nefarious thing could JP Morgan be doing given that they're the largest bank out there now? Why would they want you not to borrow against your 401k? All right, so I like the JP Morgan. They have the Guide to Retirement. They produce it every year. I love it. I think it's fantastic stuff, and I enjoy it very much. They also have investment allocate and Guide to Investments as well. Both those things I read vociferously, whatever that is. I always look forward to that stuff. I don't like J.P. Morgan, the man. Did he know something about the Titanic? Because he wanted the Federal Reserve? Just throwing it out there. Oh. I don't like Jamie Dimon and all these big Wall Street banks. I'll kiss my big fat behind. It's a behemoth now that's going to have to be cut up because it's taking over the world essentially, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is fascism 101, dude. We don't want one bank controlling the whole world, and it's going to become more like that, as you can see. Anyway, but that's me. So I do like this piece that they do every year, Guide to Retirement. Here, though, they're outright just wrong, and I don't get it. Why? Well, I think I know why. So let's check this out. The toxic effect of loans and withdrawals on your 401k. All right, so here we got a guy who's 25, your old buddy Josh, making $30,000 a year. He's making constant contributions to his 401k until he's 65. 40 years later, I got 1.26 million left. 40 years. That's what I got. All right. Here's freaking Sniffy Joe. He's already borrowing against his money to pay for Hunter's habits. You know what I'm saying? And so because he took out some loans and withdrawals, which we'll talk about here in just a second, he's got $330,000 less. So your old buddy Josh, the good guy, he just kept plugging away. I got 1.2 million. Sniffy Joe, the bad guy, and his horrible son, he's got 929,000 because of loans and withdrawals. All right. So what is the loan? So here's Sniffy Joe. He's 25 years old. He's putting money in, 5% contribution, 5% match. He's got a starting salary of $30,000 a year, and it's increased by 2.5% each year. So in year 32, I guess that would be, he's taking a loan out, and he's no longer making contributions, which means he's not getting the match. All right, so now Hunter Biden went clean for this year, so he's all right, sweet. Hunter Biden's back clean. So all these years he's contributing, and getting the match, and then Hunter Biden fell off the wagon. He's got impregnated a stripper named Dallas out of Arkansas. If you listen to Paul from Pockets of the Future, always cracks you up. Hunter Biden's love life got a baby by a stripper named Dallas from Arkansas. That just always makes me laugh. And so Joe Biden had to take some money out because this is before Ukraine. If you know what I'm saying, it's for Burisma and whatnot, and for they were getting Chinese money. So he's got all this money he's got to pay back. He's no longer making contributions. Now Hunter's back on the clean train, and now Hunter's back again, and Joe Biden's taking withdrawal. All right. So you see, $330,000 difference between me and Sniffy Joe. All right, but the problem is, this whole thing is just stupid because we're starting in 1982. All right, so it's very much cherry picking in my behalf here. And as much as I can't stand Sniffy Joe, he's not leaving $330,000 likely because we're starting literally at the depths of the barest of the bear markets, 1982. You could not have a bigger bull market from 1982 on. So if we started the same thing in 1962, it would have said something completely different, dude. Completely different. So J.P. Morgan's cherry picking here, that drives it up the wall. On top of that, they're saying the loan interest is 7.5%. All right, I mean maybe 7.5% here, but certainly wasn't right here. So that's just stupid too. So it's very cherry picking. Now, why would they cherry pick? Well, let's read from my book, chapter. You should borrow from your 401k to pay debt. All right, let's read a little bit. You can get my book. I'll put a link in the show. Read from page 38 of my book. All right. Let's say you have $50,000 in your 401k, and you also have $10,000 of credit card debt at 10% interest. Your expected rate of return on your 401k is 6%. Should you borrow from your 401k to pay off your credit card? Yes, but we'll get into why. When you borrow from your 401k, the balance must be paid back in 5 years. And as of this writing, August 2017, that interest rate is about 5%. But that 5% of interest is not going to the bank, it's going to you. JP Morgan is now the biggest bank out there? Let's keep talking. So in this case, a $10,000 loan at 5% amortized over 60 months payments would cost you $188 a month in 5 years. For 5 years, all right. So you're going to take $10,000 out. You're paying 5% interest. It costs you $188 for 60 payments over 5 years. Hope that makes sense. But you're paying the interest to yourself, all right. There's another critical point I want to talk about that a lot of financial advisors overlook. Not only does that $188 payment include the 5% interest you're paying yourself, but those payments may also grow at your assumed rate of return at 6% a year. So unlike a credit card where the 10% interest goes right to the bank, Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan, borrowing from your own money means you are borrowing it to yourself and is still getting the growth. So if you borrow $10,000 and your money grows at 6% a year, after 5 years, you'd have $13,117 in your account. All right, again, you borrowed $10,000, your money grows at 6% a year, you're going to have $13,117 account. That means you'll have made $3,117 because that's all your money. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this table right here. All right, so check this out. Here's $50,000 with no 401k loan versus $40,000 because we borrowed 10%. All right, $50,000 with no 401k loan. We take our trusty calculator and we say 50,000 bucks. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. We're going to do something here. Oh, come on, man. Boink. There we go. 1, enter. Okay. So we're going to take $50,000. That's our present value. Not going to make any payments. We got 6% a year interest, 5 years. We'll have $66,912. $66,912, which is what I say right there. 66. Can you see that right over here? Right there. Now, if we take 40,000, all right, 40,000, because we borrowed 10,000 from it, so we're starting at $40,000, and we're making $188 a month payments. So let me hold on a second. So remember, we had 50,000 before. Now we got 40,000 because we took $10,000 out to pay off our credit card. So 40,000 is our present value. $188 a month is what we're making. $188 a month is what we're making payments on to pay off the debt, which again, we're putting it in our own pocket. That's our payment. We got, let's make that 12. Yeah, we got 60 payments, 6% interest. That gives us $67,000. $67,000 right there. We actually made more money by borrowing from our 401k and adding that money back than if we just let it sit there at 6%. I don't get why people don't get that. It's crazy. But it's even better. Let's keep going. Because don't forget, we also had to pay off a credit card that costs us 10% a year. Oh, but the fun doesn't stop there. Table 6 shows what happens if you leave that $10,000 in your 401k and instead pay off the 10% credit card with the same $188 a month, because you got to pay off the credit card. It's not like you don't have to pay off the credit card. So instead of putting $188 a month paying yourself, you're paying the $188 a month to the credit card. After 5 years of paying $188 towards the 10% credit card, you still owe $1,700. So what happens here, at the end of the day, you're not having a 401k loan at 6%, you have $66,911. And you still owe $1,700 to the credit card. Having a 401k loan, you have $67,000 and you don't owe anything to the credit card. So you were actually increased your net worth by nearly $2,000 here. Because you had 60, right here, you had this amount, but you still owe the credit card $1,772. So you had $66,911 minus $1,772. We'll just say $65,000. By borrowing against your 401k and paying off that credit card, you have $67,000. You've increased your net worth by $2,000. All because you were smart. You didn't listen to freaking Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan saying, don't borrow from your 401k. Why? Well, they get fees on the accounts in there, and they get the interest rate on the credit card. It's a win-win if you're a freaking big bank and running the 401k plan. You're like, yeah, dude, I get the money on the fees on the asset management, and I get to keep the interest too. You pay your own interest. They got to know this. And just, of course, just starting in 1982, it's just so freaking stupid. And again, look, talk about cherry picking. They're not even showing, well, they're just showing the one side of the equation. There's a second side. What are you borrowing on this 401k? Where's that money going? Is it going to pay off debt? Are you sniffing up your nose? Well, don't do that, but go to pay off debt, sure. They're only showing you one side of this. It's insanity. And of course, they assume that you're just paying it back. Of course, you'd want to keep contributions. Guys, this whole thing's dumb, man. And it's starting in 1982. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, don't listen to these guys. All right, what are your thoughts? Oh, don't forget, I got to start doing this at the beginning of the video. Don't forget my retirement planning course is still on sale. Use coupon code HALF. It'll be in the show notes down there below. All right, see you. No, not coupon code HALF. Coupon code TAX. Excuse me, TAX to get half off. That's what it is. All right, we'll see you.